Dollar, dollar, dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel with another
Kid and C original.
Welcome back to the channel, man. We got 15 lies your school told you. You think your school lied to you about some things? Like, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. That's all they ever did was tell lies. Especially when they call my mama, they ain't tell her nothing but lies. Oh, man. So with that being said, I'm ready to get into this going, man. This is featured by Danger Dolan or Planet Dolan. Check him out on YouTube, man. But with that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box down below. You already know where to go. If you want to first support, all the information you need is down below. Also, we got to take this time and salute to the coming of the day.
Salute to you.
We highly appreciate y'all, man. We can't say that more enough. But also, if you enjoyed today's video, just leave a like on the video, man. Don't come around, you know what I'm saying? Just be watching, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to be an original part of the crew. But we got 15 lies your school told you. Let's get into it. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Planet Dolan.
Can you really see the Great Wall of China from space? Do we only use 10% of our brain power? Here's the truth behind 15 lies that your school told you. I'm Melissa, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 15. Humans didn't evolve from apes. We've all probably seen the chart. The one with the ape, which gradually stands up to become a human, without giving it a second thought. Although humans and apes such as chimpanzees are 99% genetically identical, we didn't evolve directly from them, but share a common ancestor. Humans and apes diverged from this common ancestor around 6 to 8 million years ago. Number 14. An apple never fell on Isaac Newton's head. The story that Isaac Newton was sitting around in his garden one day when an apple fell on his head, and he came up with the theory of gravity, is more of an exaggeration. There is no record of this from Newton, although he told the story to friends, and likely embellished it over time. In fact, Newton spent 2 years working on his theory of universal gravity. Number 13. The Pilgrims came to America for more than just religious freedom. It is true that the Pilgrims left England as they were persecuted from trying to separate from the Church of England. These separatists then went to Holland, where they did enjoy religious freedom. The part often left out of the story is that they decided to make the trip to America because work was hard to find and they worried their kids were losing their English heritage. Number 12.
Oh, that's a whole topic.
Yeah,
so many things was coming through my head. You good, cuz?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just
but so many things, so many things came through my head, and with that, I was just like, ooh, shit.
Christopher Columbus never proved the Earth was round. The story goes that Columbus was at odds with the church who thought the Earth was flat, so he set sail to prove them wrong. The truth is that the most intelligent people of his time already knew this to be true, and he was really just trying to see how large the oceans were. Even 2,000 years earlier, back in ancient Greece, it was written that Earth was a sphere. Number 11. Einstein never failed math. It is often repeated that Einstein wasn't a great student, even failing math. Maybe this helps some struggling students feel better, but sorry to say, it isn't true. He received mostly good grades, and by age 11, was reading college-level physics books. He did, however, flunk an entrance exam, but not the math part. Again, sorry. Number 10. Slaves didn't build the pyramids. The myth that the pharaoh used thousands of slaves to construct the pyramids outside Giza dates back to ancient Greek accounts and has been depicted in Hollywood films. Recent discoveries show that the workers were actually paid laborers, who were well fed. Some workers who died during construction were even buried in tombs nearby. Quite an honor. Number 9. You can't see the Great Wall of China from space. Not with the naked eye anyway. Even from a low orbit and especially from the moon, astronauts have never claimed to be able to see the Great Wall. Even the first Chinese astronaut admitted as much. Parts of the wall are visible in a photograph taken by an astronaut in 2004. Desert roads and long bridges are, however, visible to the naked eye. Number 8. The Vikings were the first Europeans to reach North America. Despite Columbus getting his own day and credit for the discovery, Vikings landed in North America 500 years before he was even born. It was Leif Erikson who sailed across the Atlantic and landed in what is now Canada. The Vikings then settled in Newfoundland, but only lasted there a few hundred years, partially due to clashes with the natives. Number 7.
So can we finally get rid of Columbus Day? I'm just saying, can we get rid of a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, in the history books? Because a lot of our history are false lies. So what else does that mean? Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, were again, like we can go on and on for and to be real, it's not conspiracy.
No.
It's facts. You know what I'm saying? When Columbus got here, people was already here. So how could he be the founding father? You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't discover anything that was already discovered. Facts. He can't. Facts. Only thing you can do is steal.
Facts.
And take.
Facts.
I don't want that conversation.
Blood doesn't look blue because there's no oxygen. Veins close to the surface of skin often look blue, but this has nothing to do with lack of oxygen. They only appear blue to the eye because of how light penetrates the skin and bounces back. Blood is in fact always red. It is the brightest when full of oxygen and darkest when the oxygen is depleted. Number 6. Edison didn't invent the light bulb. The invention is usually credited solely to Edison, although 70 years earlier, Humphrey Darby had already invented the arc light. There were several other people working on the incandescent bulb before Edison. He and his team just happened to find the perfect method. They experimented with numerous methods before they got a light bulb to stay on for 600 hours, using Japanese bamboo. Number 5. Humans have more than 5 senses. Of course, we all know about smell, sight, taste, touch, and sound, but these are just our primary senses. There are believed to be over 20 non-traditional senses. They include sense of space, hunger, vibration, pain, time, and temperature. Senses help us to process external and internal information, but only in the physical world.
No, don't look at me like you know that.
No.
Because a lot of y'all looking at me like, you know that. I knew that. A lot of y'all don't be knowing shit until you learn it.
I didn't look at you like that, babe. I looked at you because you made a face.
I'm just looking at you like.
Oh my God.
You know you did.
No, baby, I did not.
Yes, you did, child.
Oh, no. The sixth sense is not included on this list. Number 4. Toilet water doesn't flush in different directions in each hemisphere. Thanks to Bart Simpson, an entire generation believes that toilets in Australia flush in the opposite direction to those in America. This was thought to be because of the rotation of the Earth and the Coriolis effect. It is really just the shape of the bowl and the angle of the water that affects how it spins. Number 3. The Trojan Horse probably wasn't real. The ancient Greek myth goes that in order to breach the walls of Troy, the Greeks offered their enemy a giant wooden horse. When they brought the horse into the city, it turned out to be filled with Greek soldiers, who then sacked the city. Evidence shows that there was such a city, and it may have been destroyed during a war. However, there is no sign that the mythical horse was real. Number 2. There is gravity in space. Even though astronauts do float around in space, there is still gravity there. The effects are just diminished the further from Earth you are. The International Space Station and its occupants are actually falling towards Earth. However, the station is moving sideways at such high speeds it stays in orbit, giving the appearance that everyone inside is floating. Number 1. We use more than 10% of our brains. Thanks to movies like Lucy, the myth that we are only taking advantage of 10% of our brain power has remained for more than 100 years. In fact, nearly all of our brain is active at any given moment, and throughout the day, we likely use the full 100%. The brain uses 20% of all our energy, even though it only weighs 3% of our total body weight. That's all for now, guys. I'll catch you next week.
You know what's crazy? What's that movie that happened not too long ago where he was taking this pill and it just kept making him smarter and smarter, and it gave him the capacity to, it was a clear pill that he took, But it gave him the capacity to use all his brains. Damn. It's
Every time you bring up
the
a movie,
white
I be
dude.
like, tell me in a movie.
Yeah, I'm saying it was.
I'm saying.
Oh,
Let me
man.
see if I can.
But he was able to. And that's why I was like, bro, what if humans were able to use 100% of their brain? But I don't think it's not the fact that we only. It's like the store information because we forget about information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Over time, we forget about things. Limitless.
Limitless.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Limitless. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, though.
Okay.
Because I was like, bro, what if like you are able to touch in or tap into a thought process?
It's a recent movie.
It's like, some years though.
2011.
That's some years ago.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying it ain't like
ago.
no.
That's 10 years ago.
I know what I'm saying.
But with that being said, a lot of these, to be real, I probably already knew there was lies.
Yeah.
But like some of them, like the Greek mythology stuff, I'm just like, I really can't question because I'm not into that.
Yeah.
But what if there was a pill allows you to gain access to learn more than what you're capable of learning?
But do you need a pill for that?
I'm saying to give you like your attention.
I'm listening.
Because everybody's not interested in everything. But I'm saying, what if you took a pill that allows you to be interested in learning everything?
Okay.
You know how smart you could be? That's the reason why a lot of people don't. You get what I'm saying?
No, I got what you were saying.
Oh,
not at first. That's why I was like, explain yourself.
With that being said, y'all spam us up in the comment section. Let us know y'all thoughts and opinions down below. But as always, y'all know how it go, man. I do go by the name DJ Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Kids.
We are, y'all.
No time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money low, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.